Welcome to our Celebrating Women special. I'm Olivia Grant.
And I'm Josh Bond.
Today we're at the Jefferson County Historical Society, a great place to celebrate history, especially during Women's History Month.
Throughout this program, you're going to hear stories that honor the influence that women have had all throughout America and in our local community.
For our first story of the evening, I sit down with Jordan Walker to learn all about Sarah Flower, an influential figure in Watertown's history.
Sarah Flower was born here in Watertown in 1836 and was the wife to Roswell P. Flower, the governor of New York State. He was governor from 1892 until 1895. She was the wife of a politician. She was a woman of privilege and wealth, but she also had access to education. So many women during the 1800s, they were laborers, they had to work in factories, they were raising large families, but she was in the fortunate position to be able to give back charitably and through volunteerism, which is the backbone of Watertown's history. So it's really a source of pride to have a woman in our history that was able to be a part of that charitable giving that created the success of Watertown. The Sarah Flower collection of dresses is a wardrobe that was donated in the 1960s to the Jefferson County Historical Society by Sarah Flower's grandson. It is the largest, well-kept collection of dresses that we have in our collection. They were mainly made in Paris. And it's a fun fact, Sarah's dress size, her waist was measured around 20 to 25 inches depending on the dress, which is very, very small. So dresses during the Victorian period from the 1830s right through the 1900s, early 1900s, were very characteristic and very high, up the neck, tight-waisted. There was always corsets or S-corsets, and they changed in style just based off of different levels of lace and how much fluff was essentially on the dress. And there was a lot of bodice, extra accents. Sometimes you'd have a much larger rump area during like one section of the 1880s, and then it would change in the 1890s and there was nothing in the back at all. So it just depended on the time period and the decade. But it was really all about color and style and how loud your dress was in order to stand out. So the Jefferson County Historical Society has a very large collection of different dresses and costumes, and we do an event called an Adopt a Dress. And what that is an opportunity for the community to come in, take a look at what's in our collection, and you can actually donate to purchase a new box and new stuffing and other materials that help preserve that collection. And then your name is forever memorialized on that box, and you will be solely responsible for making sure that we can keep it longer and safer so that the collection can be remembered for years to come. Well, Women's History Month in March is a very important time period. Sarah Flower is another character in Watertown's history that I think is very important to be remembered. Women have a very large role in our history, and the women of Watertown have a very large role. There was a number of women, Sarah included, that were a part of our community that made sure that the people that needed help received help. If anyone needed a loan, she made sure that they received that loan, and oftentimes she did not ask for recognition. So the amount of charitable giving from the Flower family, to include Sarah, was often done in secret, which makes it even more special. And those are the type of people, those philanthropists, that helped build Watertown up so that those who were struggling could find a way to start fresh again without having to be embarrassed or have anyone know about it. So the Jefferson County Historical Society Museum on 228 Washington Street is a place you can celebrate history all year round, but especially during Women's History Month in March, please come by and celebrate the different levels of history that women have participated in. One of the founders of our museum is actually a woman. Her name was Olive Paddock. You'll see her portrait right here as you walk through the front door. And she was also a woman that was innovative and very interested in her community and making sure that history could be remembered.
Thank you so much to Jordan for joining us. You'll hear more from her later in the program.
More Celebrating Women after the break.